I understand. I'm not trying to be hostile about this. I'm a very center person. I shifted right for this election, but I'm also very. I try to be very open-minded towards more liberal and progressive ideas, and especially like I'm honestly just trying to hear you out because I want your opinion. I want to be convinced. I'm not trying to get proven wrong because my opinions can constantly shift. So
Yeah,
I
that's cool.
understand
Well, I
your
mean, do you want to
yeah.
respond to like the last set of facts that I just gave you there?
Well, you're talking about how Joe Biden and Kamala had proposed a quicker way for undocumented citizens to gain citizenship into this country, correct? That's what you were saying?
No, I was talking about the bipartisan border bill to just make legal entry quicker into the country in the first place. But yeah, I think that he
How did it
also
make
did
it quicker?
I mean, I told you by expediting the legal means of entry, by hiring more judges, therefore allowing more courts to process any given amount of claims at any given time.
Okay. After this live, I will be happy to go research that. I would love to look into it. What is it called? What was the bipartisan bill called?
You could just go on Google, type in Langford, Langgford, bipartisan border bill 2023.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't know. I just, during the whole time. I mean, this was during 2023. That was when they finally addressed the border crisis.
That's
So
not
you're
true.
saying,
Langford started drafting the
no?
bill late 2021. It took a couple of years because of how
Okay,
contentious and partisan of an issue it was. It took them a
okay,
while to be able to come to a policy that was bipartisan. I mean, think about it. They literally achieved a bipartisan immigration policy. Like that's insane. Yeah, that took a
yeah,
couple of years to build, to debate, and to come to terms on.
okay. I understand. I'm not trying to argue with you on that. I completely understand that. So that was my first thing. And honestly, now that you've explained that, I'll definitely look into it and can definitely shift my views and opinions on that. Because if that's true, that will make me quite frustrated on the lies that can be spread by the Republican Party.
I mean,
Right.
Donald Trump spreads a lot of lies, man. He's lying to your face right now, saying that the Democrats caused a shutdown because they want to give illegal aliens free health care, right? He's lied to your face about the outcome of the 2020 election. He lied to your face.
What is the cause of the shutdown?
In my mind, I think that the cause of the shutdown is the Republicans being unwilling to not want to increase the healthcare premiums of 65 million American citizens.
Do you believe that, like, do you think that the Democrats have any way to overturn it? Do you think that they are doing everything in their power, or do you think they could be doing a better job with it?
Right now with the shutdown, I think that Democrats could be doing a better job by increasing social like awareness surrounding the fact that like the Republicans are being like so insane right now by like not conceding to wanting to keep like healthcare premiums low. But like insofar as what they're actually doing in Congress, I think that they're doing a fine job. Oh, not to mention another cause of the shutdown was Epstein.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you. I feel like no matter what, even though whether or not Republicans or Democrats are causing the shutdown, it's still completely understandable and how frustrating it is for our government to be shut down because even my brother, who is in the military, he's being barely even being paid. You hear Trump spreading that lie saying, "Oh, that he's still paying the troops." He's really not. He's paying them about half of what they would normally earn,
Right, exactly. Just another
which
lie peddled by a madman. There you go. I mean, just
yeah,
yet
one
another
hundred
reason why you
percent.
shouldn't support Trump as president.
Exactly. And that the thing is that I voted in this election thinking that this was the most important thing and that he was going to keep all of the things that he was saying. He was kept all the promises, but I haven't really seen all of them played out. Of course, besides the immigration, but I feel like he's doing a pretty bang up job with that. I feel like it's completely understandable to give more people asylum. Asylum seekers are completely should be completely welcome into this country, but I feel like he's just kicking anybody out who has any sort of migration immigration status, and I feel like that's wrong. But how do you think we as a country can fix our immigration crisis?
Yeah, by first recognizing that mass deportation is an American last policy that only hurts us, pushing the political propaganda aside, endorsing mass amnesty because it's policy that doesn't just help the immigrants, it also helps citizens in the country as a whole, offering them an expedited path to residency or citizenship without having to leave the country first, and then like deporting or detaining and arresting undocumented immigrants that have like committed violent offenses, so on and so forth, and then also fighting to make the legal means of entry into this country significantly faster than they already are, to naturally disincentivize undocumented entry. And then once we have them up to bat, and then anybody who wants legal entry that's not like a violent criminal, so on and so forth, can get it really easily, then to like crack down and enforce pretty harsh like border patrol and the prevention of undocumented entry, because at that point, the only individuals who would be seeking undocumented entry wouldn't be hardworking mothers or fathers, children, but would rather be individuals that wouldn't qualify for the legal means of entry, meaning they would have those prior violent offenses.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I feel like the biggest worries, because I'm not necessarily crazy close to the border. I'm up in Yosemite, but I'm still very worried about the violent offenders that could be coming across. I feel like the cartel can be a very big issue for the spread of drugs and stuff. And I feel like that was my biggest issue. Is I feel like a lot of people crossing the border.
Propaganda, by the way.
Why do you feel like that's propaganda?
According to Donald Trump's own DHS, only 80% of the DRUGS that are brought into America are brought in by citizens through legal ports of entry. 80%. Have you ever heard Donald Trump talk about that a day in his life? Absolutely not, because he doesn't fucking care. He only cares about identifying undocumented immigrants as the enemy to gain your support. He doesn't care about actually addressing the real problems.
Do you feel like it is a problem with the cartel drug trade?
Yeah, the ones that are brought into the country and entering our borders through legal ports by citizens. Yeah, it's a real fucking problem, man.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think I could have been tricked by Trump, is that with how he's saying that he made a point that he's going to crack down on that was his biggest issue, that he wants to crack down on the violent offenders and the drug spread throughout our country. And I felt like that is the most important thing. I have there's many people I know who have overdosed on fentanyl already, and I
gotta kick you now, man, because you said the name of a DRUG on live. Unfortunately, that's against TikTok TOS. I do apologize that I had to cut our conversation short. But listen, man, like at the end of the day, that's just a virtue signal, because if he actually cared about fixing these problems, then he would focus on the problem, right? Not a demographic of individuals that are in this country that are 2.5 times less likely to commit violent crimes, 3 times less likely to commit property crimes, and 3.5 times less likely to commit petty crimes. Okay? He's ignoring the problem to use undocumented immigrants as a scapegoat to gain your support. That's the fourth tenet of fascism. It is. We're going to go to get that next guest loaded up into the box, guys. Hop in that queue if and only if you are an American adult that is pro-Trump. As well as, listen, real quick, Debate Detox. Thank you so much for the 20 over on YouTube. I'll have to check your TikTok out, man. Once you start going live, I'll have to drop in there. Thank you so much for the 20. Let's get 200 Debate Detox W's. As well as Marcos, thank you for the $10 as well over on Super Chat, saying, I admire you, man. Keep it going. Thank you so much for the love, Marcos. You are awesome. What is going on? New guests, do you support Trump? Nope, they're not even here. Well, in the meantime, while we're looking for that next guest, show some love to Sharon, guys. Sharon, thank you so much for the 50 over on Super Chat. Thank you, Sharon. Holy shit. 500 Sharon W's. That is so much fucking money. Jesus Christ, thank you. Sharon says, Dean, let's start asking callers under 26 where they get their health insurance from. Since MAGA thinks DIMs are making up the healthcare issue, show they don't have any skin in the game. Yes, I should start asking people that, because very similarly, I don't have any skin in the game. I think right now my health insurance, I think like literally right now it's coming from my stepmom. However, it's not been the case forever. Thank you for the $50. What's up? Are you MAGA?
Who?
Are you MAGA?
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah.
You said who? You're the only person on the live. Okay. All right. Perfect. Can I get a quick W Elise and WA from you? Oh, like seriously, could you say like W Elise?
What is that?
Say W Elise. Elise, that's a name.
Can I ask a question before I do that?
Why?
I just want to know one thing.
But it's like 2 words. W Elise.
Is that gonna like ban me or something?
No. Just say it.
Okay, W Elise.
For the $10 over on Venmo. Appreciate you for that love, Elise. Elise says, I'm unsure how you have all the amazing stamina to talk to people like this every day, but you deserve the best in the world. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Elise. As well as Art. Thank you for the $10 as well, who says you're doing a great job. Thank you, Art. And then Jared, thank you for the $5 as well, as I just read your message there. That is so incredibly kind. Fiona, thank you for the 15 on Venmo, who says, hope you're having a good day, Dean. Honestly, yeah, I am having a good day. Thank you for the $15, Fiona. You're awesome. Show some love to Fiona. And then Joey, thank you for the 10. And Sandra, thank you for the 10. Sandra says, Dean, I thought you did awesome with Pete, especially for your first time. Much love to you. Thank you, Sandra. I'm definitely going to be getting better at 110%. As well as Ducky. Thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Ducky says, thank you for always making me proud. I went to the No King's Day protest and I listened to the debates and I really wanted to jump in because of the confidence you've given me. Maybe next time. You know what, Ducky? You've been watching for months. I bet if you were to hop into a debate, you'd fucking kill it. Show some love to Ducky, seriously. Thank you so much for the $20. As well as Andrew, thank you for the $20 as well. I thanked you earlier. I just want to thank you again. And then Vintage Vagabond, thank you for the $29 over on Venmo, who says a little something to match the IQ of your last guest. Keep lighting the torch. I'm pretty sure that Vagabond is talking about that guest that didn't know how many continents there are because their donation is from 19 minutes ago. That's funny as fuck. Thank you for the $29. And then one big one here. Dude, Peter, good to see you again today, my friend. Thank you for the $100 on Venmo. Jesus, thank you, Peter. Show some goddamn diddly darn love to Peter down below in that chat for the 100 big ones. Peter says, it is invaluable to hear you're continuing to convert people. Thank you for fighting as hard as you always do. Always. Peter, you literally hang out with us every day. You are a core member of the Dean Team Dream Team that we've begun to build, and you're awesome. Thank you so much for the $100, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. There's also a few donations over on PayPal that I do need to get around to. But before we do that, I'll go and pass the mic to the guest. Tell us why you support Trump.
Can I ask a question first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you think Noble Six is still alive and is living in a cave on Planet Reach?
No clue who that is.
Oh.
No. So why do you support Trump?
Oh, never mind.
You don't want to talk to him anymore because I don't know who Noble Six is? Okay. Moving on to Jake. Here we go. All right. Somebody in the YouTube chat says, thought this was a Mayor Pete interview. Yeah, Susan, if you go back to the first 30 or so minutes of the YouTube live, it'll be a conversation between me and Pete. Hey, for the 13,000 people hanging out with us in the stream here for the day, I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Go ahead and hop in that queue if you are an American adult. We're going to go to get that next Trump supporter up in here to debate right now. We got Mr. Max connecting to the stream, and while Max is joining, Christopher, thank you for the $25 over on PayPal. Thank you so much, Christopher. Christopher says, please remind everybody to vote. Love your debates, but I'm trying to turn Texas blue here, lol. Yo, listen, Christopher, I appreciate you for the $25. Show some love to Christopher in that chat. Let's get 250 Chris Dubs, W's. But yeah, no, seriously, guys, make sure to vote. Make sure to vote. If you have any important elections going on, get the hell out there. What's going on, Max? Are you MAGA? No, Max isn't here. Dude, what's going on? All right, we're just going to lock in here. We're going to lock in. Go to let me know if you're MAGA down below in that chat. We'll get you loaded up in here. We're going to lock the fuck in. We're going to find a debate. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump, Shiva? No. Colin, are you MAGA?
I voted for Trump. I don't know what you mean by MAGA.
That stands for Make America Great Again, Donald Trump's political movement. Are you driving?
I'm in the car, but have a hands-free thing. I'm not holding my phone.
It still violates TikTok's terms of service. Dude, just hop back in that queue when you're not driving. I'll remember your name. I'll happily get you back up here. We're going to move on to the next guest, though, because they were violating the terms of service. We got David loading up in. While David's loading in, thank you for the galaxy, Mr. Whoop. Show some love to Aaron, that is ERIN, for the $10 over on PayPal. Saying, Dean, all this time I was watching you, I thought that your hands were perpetually cold, so you were blowing in them to warm them. You know what? Yeah, Aaron, that is what I'm doing. Keep thinking that. 110%. Amanda, thank you so much for the $5 over on PayPal, as well as I'm going to have to look into Jasmine. I'm not familiar with who she is, but thank you, Amanda. As well as Nicholas, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal, who says, I was able to cook a MAGA debater earlier on live, and I cooked him so well that he ended his live because of me on TikTok. Nicholas, you are learning. Let's fucking go. Cook their ass. Fucking fry him, Nick. I think that's awesome. Shout out to you. As well as Ravi, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal, who says, greetings from London. Well, all the love to London, Ravi. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the 10. Hey, what's up? Are you MAGA?
Yes.
Okay, could you come a little bit closer to your mic and disconnect any Bluetooth devices if you have any plugged in?
Yeah, give me a sec.
No worries, take your time. Owen, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal, who says, did you hear about the $70 million recently spent on weapons for ICE, including missiles? Yeah. And can you confirm if it's true? It is true. Yes, that is reputable reporting. It is true.
Is this better?
Thank you for the 7, and William, thank you for the 5. Thank you, guys. Yes, that is significantly better.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead and take it away, man. Tell us why you support Trump.
I'm gonna clarify. I support his policies, not him.
Okay, well,
Because
you can't really
Epstein.
you can't really separate the two. You can't really separate the two at all.
Like. I mostly voted him, obviously, because I didn't really support a lot of Kamala's policies.
Okay. Yeah, Kamala Harris's policies were like about 1 billion times better. But I mean, even that aside, I don't think that you could really separate the person from the president because it is the person that is the president. All right. Like the presidency is necessarily a role of public service, and if Donald Trump like lacks necessary virtues to care about other people, like Epstein, like E. Jean Carroll, like the Howard Stern radio interview where he admitted to sexually exploiting people, right? Well, then he can't possibly fulfill that role of public service.
Yeah, I kind of agree. But again, unfortunately he was the one who won the Republican nomination, and that's how I wanted to vote. Those
Okay,
are the policies I agreed with.
So what policies?
So obviously, Second Amendment stuff
So
with
you want to
guns.
infringe on the
and then-
Second Amendment?
What?
So you're anti-2A?
No, I
Oh.
support the Second Amendment.
Well, if you support the Second Amendment, then you wouldn't support Trump because of it. I mean, in his first term, he passed a bump stock ban that SCOTUS ruled is unconstitutional. And in his second term, like a month ago, he directed the DOJ to find a way to ban any and all gun ownership for law-abiding trans-American citizens, which the NRA, far right by the way, responded to by calling an atrocious impediment upon the Second Amendment, demonstrating that he truly is the most anti-constitution president in modern American history.
Okay, but there are way more policies on the left that have done way more. Like it's the New York State court decision against. Oh, I can't remember his name. I think it's like Boiler, where they decided to talk about concealed carry in New York and not concealed carry, just carry in general, and banning it. And there's way more of those examples from the left than there are from the right.
Okay, well, I mean, now you're talking about like things that the left as a whole have done, all right? But remember, we're doing a comparative analysis of the policy that Kamala Harris ran on compared to the policy that Donald Trump ran on and is implementing today. So if we just want to create these two groups and point towards specific examples, either on the a local, state, or federal level, well, then I could say that Donald Trump is like terrible for education because some other Republican decided to put the Bible in school to replace science textbooks. You know, I could say that Donald Trump is terrible for science because a lot of Republicans maybe think the earth is flat. I could say that Donald Trump is terrible for women's rights because a lot of Republicans think that women shouldn't have the right to vote. You know what I mean? But
I'm talking about a court decision
We have
that
to,
has to
a
do
court
with the
decision that had
Constitution.
nothing to do with Kamala Harris nor the policy that she ran on.
Did she not run on the side of like the left?
She ran as the Democratic nominee for the presidency, but if you are going to critique the left in reference to the 2024 election and the two candidates, you're going to be critiquing their platform, not other things that people on the left or the right had done.
Like I remember I'm trying to remember policies. Kamala ran on banning assault weapons and high capacity magazines, which I somewhat agree with, but to a certain extent, we also like it's still infringing on it. And then
If that's infringing on 2A, that it never would have passed because of the 6-3 conservative leaning Supreme Court.
okay, but Kamala ran on that. That's still a policy Kamala ran on.
Okay, and it's a policy that you just said you kind of agree with. My point is, right, if it was unconstitutional, then it never would have been implemented because guess what? She respects checks and balances. But there's a lot of like good like case law and set precedent to argue that it's not unconstitutional. Most notoriously, an AR ban that was in effect for like over 10 years in the 90s. But even building on top of that, that's another big difference between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump is that she respects the checks and balances. She respects what the courts have to say. Donald Trump literally called a judge a terrorist just because she ruled against him.
Kamala also hasn't ever been president and hasn't had to deal with the court in the same way. There's no precedent for you saying that.
Actually,
For checks and
yeah,
balances.
she has had to deal with the courts. She was only an attorney, and then the DA of San Francisco, and then the Attorney General of California, and vice president to the Biden administration. See, that was a very stupid statement. It's okay, though. I bet you didn't think about that.
But those aren't policies that she tried passing as a lawmaker.
Oh, well, I mean, she also tried passing policies as a lawmaker, like the like the attempt to decriminalize the use of the M drug on the federal level when she was serving in the Senate as a senator of California, or the student loan forgiveness plan that she tried to pass alongside Biden that SCOTUS struck down. Then they had to find a better way to do it that wasn't unconstitutional, or the other various policies like the PACT Act, the Chips and Science Act, the American Rescue Plan, so on and so forth. So I honestly don't think that you have a point.
And were those like, but okay. Can you repeat the last few again? I'm sorry.
I mean, I was just giving you various examples of policy that she helped Biden pass under the Biden-Harris administration, right? I mean, I could repeat them, like the PACT Act, the Chips and Science Act, the American Rescue Plan, the Infrastructure Bill, the Inflation Reduction Act. But like, I think that, my point here is that you don't have one, right? You don't have a point. Right? Because I don't even know what you're trying to argue. I just brought up that Donald Trump doesn't respect checks and balances. He's infringed on 4 amendments in the last 8 months. Straight up called for termination of the First Amendment. It's illegal to criticize me in the media. I'm taking your free speech away now. Things that he said. Infringed on the Second Amendment when he directed the DOJ to find a way to ban gun ownership for trans Americans. Blatantly infringed on the 14th Amendment when he tried to take birthright citizenship away from the children of undocumented immigrants born on American soil. And has no respect for the 22nd Amendment, which says a president can only serve 2 terms. Just go look at his merch shop. He's already selling Trump 2028 hats. And I mean, that's just a start. We could also look at the constitutional implications of J6, the constitutional implications of his attempted coup of the outcome of the election in 2020, Trump's fake electors plot. We could look at the constitutional implications with the 10th Amendment, with him attempting to deploy the National Guard in cities like Portland, Chicago, Memphis, so on and so forth. He's a mess.
All right. I agree. You make a point. God, you talk fast. That actually throws me for a loop.
Yeah, I could slow down. I'll also make more concise points.
No, you're all good. That's totally me. Okay, and then I think a couple other ones. I'm thinking immigration policy as well is also a point
Dude.
that I didn't agree with.
Oh yeah. So what immigration policy did she run on that you didn't like?
I just don't think it was harsh enough on trying to keep them out because they ran on the bipartisan security bill that you were talking about, right?
Yeah, I know, which didn't advocate to illegally deport immigrants like Trump is doing without due process to send them to a torture prison for terrorists in El Salvador. Yeah, it's definitely less harsh than Trump's. I actually find that to be a positive.
Yeah, but I agree that immigrants are inherently helpful for America. However, they should come in through legal processes rather than just coming in.
Okay. I mean, that point proved nothing. I mean, you just said that, all right, individuals shouldn't enter into the country with the use of undocumented means, right? I agree. That doesn't change anything ideological speaking about why I support mass amnesty or why I support making the legal means of entry into this country faster, or the culpability and blame that I think falls on behest of the government that has caused so many immigrants to enter into this country with the use of undocumented means by neglecting and making the legal means of entry into this country so damn slow in all of modern American history, right? But just saying that sentence, it doesn't do anything for the debate. It's just kind of stating something that's an obvious truth.
Well, what I'm saying is that there's hold on. Words. Fuck. Sorry. So it's the fact that there are so many illegal immigrants, it needs to there needs to just be a rule of law and a fairness to the immigrants who had to get the legal rights to get here. It's not
If you want rule of law, then you shouldn't have voted for a felon, but I'll let you make your point.
That case was a load of crap.
What were the felonies for?
Basically hush money, right? For businesses, falsified business records.
Oh, boom, falsified business records. You know what the felonies are for. I'm fucking surprised. Why do you think the case was a load of crap?
I do think it was a little bit of a... I'm not going to say that, but it was those cases don't typically result in multiple felonies. Precedently, those are usually misdemeanors for business.
So usually, right, when people commit falsification of business records in New York, it is a misdemeanor because it's not in the furtherance of another crime, right? But when it is in the furtherance of another crime, that's when it becomes a Class C felony per their legislation that's been on the books for 50 years, okay? And that's what Donald Trump was found guilty of.
What other confirmed crime was it in reference to? Was he not charged for that?
So in the furtherance of another crime that was referenced in the case is going to be like election fraud or election manipulation. He was trying to manipulate and change the outcome of the 2016 election by concealing the fact that he had like cheated on his wife with Stormy Daniels, and that's like typically like the crime that he committed in furtherance that's denoted, right? But it doesn't change the fact that a unanimous jury of 12 agreed to the fact that he is guilty of all 34 counts. So I don't really know where you could possibly go with this.
How is it a crime? What crime is the just like not telling about the cheating?
Well, I mean, listen, I think that the jury determined it was some type of election fraud. I think that was one of their three options for the second step crime. I'm not a law expert, nor am I a lawyer. If you want more information about the specifics of the second step crime, go read the court documents, go ask a judge, or consult a lawyer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sufficiently answer your questions there, nor do I think it's necessary to believe that the outcome of the jury was adequately correct, unless you'd have any compelling reason to state otherwise.
Well, I mean, the jury could have obviously been biased, which they probably were. I mean, it's a majority Democratic state.
Well, I mean, you just said majority, not completely, and the jury has to completely agree that he was guilty in order for him to be guilty, and guess what? They did.
Okay, so it's 12 people, right? So it's like what percentage of New York do you think is Democrat?
Dude, assume
right?
It's 90, you still got one or two people that aren't, right? And that's all that you need to...
On average, that doesn't mean always.
Okay, so then you'd have to argue that somehow all 12 jurors were Democrats in a place that is not 100% Democrat, with Donald Trump's billionaire-funded attorneys that got to help choose the jury.
They don't get to choose the jury. They just get to, like, eliminate any, like...
No, they literally get to choose the jury. That's why the process is called jury selection.
You get rid of jurors that are and replace them. Like, you're not, like, picking people... like you want, you're like, oh, I want that guy. You're getting rid of ones that you think have heavy bias.
Right. You get to pick the jurors that you want by discarding the ones you don't want.
Correct. That still doesn't change the fact that the ones that were left still had some bias. That could still be the case.
Okay, but wouldn't we have reason to believe that because of the pressure of Donald Trump's legal representation, that more likely than not, the overall like political demographic of the jury would be like a better split that's more preferential towards Trump compared to like just 12 random people on the street of Manhattan?
Wait, say that again? I'm sorry.
Because of like the legal pressure of like Donald Trump's attorneys in the jury selection process, wouldn't this give us reason to believe that the demographic spread of the political like ideologies of the jurors that were inevitably selected were more like pro-Trump than if you were to go choose random people off the streets of Manhattan?
No.
No, why not? Why do you think that Donald Trump's attorneys would like specifically and intentionally select jurors, right, that are more left-leaning than like the average 12 people in the streets of Manhattan? Why would they do that?
Even if they had the average, man, what I'm saying is the average is left-leaning.
Right, then you even said if they have the average, right, Manhattan's like 88% dim, all that means is that one or two of the people on the jury weren't, meaning that ultimately speaking, right, if even one person on that jury that didn't have a anti-Trump bias thought Trump was innocent, then Donald Trump would have not been found guilty. But guess what? He was, because all 12 agreed. You're acting ridiculous, man. This is anti-intellectual at its finest. Come on, bro. Wake up. Stop being dense. Stop being clueless. This is so easy to understand, and you're pissing me off because you aren't.
No, it's like still basic statistics of wondering what their party is. Even if 88% are Democrat or left-leaning, there's still high likelihood of all 12 still being that case, even after juror selection. They would just be closer to
actually, no. It is statistically improbable. That is what statistics means, okay? Right? If, right, 88% of people in Manhattan are Democrat, then in order to get a jury that is 100% Democrat would be a high statistical improbability, even if Donald Trump didn't have any lawyers involved with the jury selection process at all. But then when you consider the fact that he had the best lawyers in America because he's a goddamn billionaire with money shooting out of his ass, it becomes an even higher, right, more insane statistical improbability. Right? That is what it means for something to be statistically improbable, is if it does not denote the statistical probability. And the statistical probability would be that like 80 to 90% of that jury would be Democratic due to the fact that 80 to 90% of people in Manhattan are Democratic. Also, fun fact, juries don't determine your guilt based upon your political views. They determine your guilt based upon the evidence suggested. right?
That
And if
doesn't
they
mean
didn't,
juries don't
if they
have
didn't,
bias. That's
then
like a
maybe they
common
would have.
issue.
Then maybe they would have won in the first round of appeals or the second round of appeals. But respond to my mathematical argument, not political argument. Respond to my mathematical argument to denote how much of a significantly high improbability it would have been for all 12 jurors to be anti-Trump.
Okay, so I have to do this math in my head. This is gonna suck.
You don't even need to do any math in your head.
Well, you said 88% of Manhattan is Democrat, right?
I think so. I think that's what I remember researching. Yes.
Okay, then we'll just go off that because I don't have like the brain power to like do something else.
That's a very high percentage, by the way. I'm giving you
Right,
very,
right.
I'm giving a
Very high
very
percentage.
fair percentage.
So statistically, I think it's like there's just like a base without the lawyers. There's like a 50% chance of them all being Democrat for 12 jurors, right?
Dude. Holy shit. Do you see how you've now devolved into baseless speculation and conspiracy theory instead of just accepting the outcome of a criminal court, which 12 people agreed to the conclusion that Donald Trump was guilty of these crimes beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt, and then 2 separate judges agreed with him on 2 separate appeals? like all of a sudden we're just talking about this mind-warping conspiracy theory that you're spitballing out of your left ear.
Because it's like 0.88 to the power of 12, right? That's what it would be. Yeah.
I have no clue the math that you're doing, man. This is getting a little bit annoying for me.
That's basic statistics. Because each juror has an 88% chance of being Democrat, right? When randomly selected from a population,
That's a fact.
right? So then it would just be 88% times to 12 times, right? I'm gonna need a calculator. But that is what it would be.
Okay, am I supposed to just wait here and say nothing?
No, sorry, I can't find a calculator. I had to pull up my computer. Sorry.
Are you forgetting that juries aren't randomly selected?
They're still like summoned from just people around Manhattan.
But the jury summons is not the jury. I don't think what I'm saying here is confusing.
How is it not random? Explain me the jury selection process then.
Yes, it's not random because in the selection process, they're able to ask the jurors questions to refine their selection. And they're able to practically do that as much as they want. Sure, there's some limitations, but at the end of the day, right, I could fucking guarantee to you that there's about 1 billion questions on that questionnaire for all the juries in the jury pool saying, oh, are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? Who do you look for your news? So on and so forth, right? So it's not random.
So, and you're saying they would pick off of just that demographic rather than...
Chances are, right?
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
There was a very heavy premise during jury selection fixated around not trying to find people that are specifically Democratic, not trying to find people that are specifically like super anti-Trump, trying to find people that are willing to operate based upon evidence suggested. So now that you agree to that, then you agree that Donald Trump is actually guilty of those 34 felonies, right, Mr. Cult member?
He is guilty. I mean, he was guilty. I still think the case.
So then he committed those 34
ridiculous.
felonies, right?
He did, yeah.
Okay, fucking hell. Okay, it only took us about 30 goddamn minutes. You know what? I'm going to move on to my next guest, Daniel. Let's go to get the next guest up here. I'm sorry. I just thought that the guy was a damn waste of time. Like, super fucking stupid conversation. Super big waste of time. Super big waste of time. That guy just wasted like 30 minutes of my life that I'm never going to be able to get back now. So let's go to move on to the next guest, guys. If you're watching and you'd like to support me and support what we do here, you can find my Venmo and my PayPal in the link tree in my bio. And of course, go ahead and hop inside of that queue if you happen to be an American adult that supports Trump as president, and we will get you connected. Mr. Cult member wasted my time. Matthew, thank you so much for the $20 over on PayPal. Matthew says, is there any chance you co-stream with Parker anytime soon? Oh man, I'd love to. I love co-hosting with Parker. I think that he's awesome. I always have fun when I do that. Thank you for the $20, Matthew. Hopefully here soon. Let's go ahead and show some love to Matthew down below in that chat for the 20. Let's get 200 Matthew W's. As well as Ali. Thank you for the 10. Ali with the 10 says, Dean, thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Ali. And then Rebecca, thank you so much for the 5. And then Makai, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo as well. Brett with a $1 on Venmo. Thank you, Brett. And Tess, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo, who says, turn Texas blue. Yes, turn Texas blue. I actually see it happening. Thank you so much for the $20, Tess. Show some love to Tess. Jonathan, thank you for the 10, who says, for the $5. Will fucking do, sir. Thank you for the 10. Hannah with the 10, thank you so much. And Jared with the 5. You guys are awesome. We are all cut up. Thank you guys so much for the love. Welcome in. Carrie, are you MAGA?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
I've
never done this before.
I sure can. Yo, can I get a W Neo from you real quick?
Sure, if that makes you happy. W, I don't even know what the W stands for, but who, Nero, you said?
Neo for the $10 on Super Chat.
Neo.
Woo, 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 woo.
Good job. Hey, listen, what you do is really awesome. I appreciate it because we need more people who want to debate this stuff, right? Because a lot of people just get real angry. So I really appreciate what you're doing. I'm excited to do this. I've never done this before. But
Oh, very interesting. So
I've been listening to you.
So why the hell do you support one of the people that get really angry, like Trump? I mean, he's called all Democrats his enemies. He says he fucking hates them. He has a snarky nickname for every Democrat in Congress. Like, seemingly we see a trend here between the political divide that you just described in the country of getting really angry at your political opponents, and the leader of the country who does exactly that too. So why would you support him as president?
Yeah. I mean, just to touch on that real quick, it's kind of like a mom or a dad, right? Like, you know, if someone hurts me or something like that, my mom's going to get real pissed at them. But anyways, besides that fact, I supported him I never was political. Back in 2023, I was in a really bad abusive relationship. I got out of it. I had a nonprofit helping me out with my rent, things like that. So one day they contacted me and they say, hey, listen, there's been such an influx of immigrants right now in the area. I don't actually want to say where I'm from, but there is a huge influx in the area. We have to stop helping you so we could start supporting these people. There's no more funds for you, an American person who works nonstop, who was actually continuously still working at that point. They said, we cannot help you. We have to help these immigrants. Okay, so that was the first thing.
You said that you got an email?
It was an email, then followed by a call. Yes.
Can you screenshot the email and show it to us?
And then, I mean, I'm going to have to go through all my stuff. This is back in 2023, like I said.
Well, I mean, so you
I
could
can send it to you.
You could like keyword emails. So if, like, for instance, you go on like Gmail, you go on email, whatever, like the app is that you use.
Yeah.
You could just like look up.
Honey,
like,
I can.
You could just like
I
look
can
up,
absolutely
like, keywords.
do that.
Like, do you know like the name of the
But-
nonprofit? So if you go to like your Gmail app right now and you like type in the name of the nonprofit, then that email you're talking about will show up. Then you could screenshot it. You could come back to live, turn your camera on, turn it on green screen, and show it to us because we'd all like to see it. Is that something you could do?
Yeah, honey, I don't even know how I did this, honestly. I'm not a big TikTok person. I don't even know how to like
I could
share
walk
the
you
any
through
of
it
that.
literally step by step.
Okay, I don't even remember who they were.
You don't
I
even
can
remember
try
the
to
name.
look them up.
You don't remember the name of the nonprofit that helped pay your rent and help you after leaving an abusive relationship.
Yeah, honey, this was. Do you understand what
Thank you so much
happens
for
when
the
you're in an
answer.
abusive relationship?
I do.
Sorry?
I've been in one too. It's really hard. I'm just
Okay,
saying
so
that,
when
like,
you're in an abusive relationship, there's a lot of mental shit that starts happening during that point, right? So remembering details like who someone's name was kind of doesn't matter anymore because you're in a lot of fight or flight mode, okay? But I can send that to you. I can find it. I don't know how to do that right now. Could I keep telling you why I'm supported who I did?
yeah, sure.
And continue to?
The last point was valid. I mean, what I'm saying is like I just don't think that they actually sent you this email.
Yeah, I can absolutely send it to you. And then, not just that, 3 months after I got evicted, right? Because then they stopped helping me and everything went to shit for me. After I had gotten evicted, 3 months later, they reach out and they say, hey, we were able to get everything under control as much as possible for right now. Do you still need help? Okay. I don't know about you, but that's kind of fucked up in my eyes. So that's what really opened up my eyes. So because of that, right? Because of that, I start questioning what the fuck is going on with the government. Sorry if I'm not supposed to curse. I don't know how to do this. I started asking, what is going on with the government? Why am I not even able to pay my own rent when I'm working a full-time job? Why do I have to have someone else help me? Why is this going on? And the best thing that I really held on to with Trump is he really started talking about points that no other president ever talked about, right? The fact of chemtrails. Because let me tell you something, because of that whole situation, I ended up, yeah, you can laugh about it, but listen, because of that whole situation, I ended up, okay, in the middle of nowhere. I now live off grid. I have a very happy life. I built my own little ass house. I have solar panels above. I haul my own water because, you know, chemicals that they put in water. And I grow my own.
No, you're kidding, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it.
What about the
please.
5G that's being radiated off of your phone?
Dude, I know.
No,
That's
you
the
dude,
hard
you
part.
no, you literally you're cooked,
Everyone's
dude.
addicted to the
Dude,
internet.
you literally have
Trust me,
dude,
I know.
You literally have cancer. You're cooked. The 5G, it's gonna get to you, just like the fluoride and the water and the phosphates and the chemtrails, right?
And that's it. And listen, you don't have to mock me, okay? Listen, this all came really, really deep. I had gotten really sick right after was forced to get my COVID shot, okay? Right after I was forced to get my COVID shot because I worked in childcare, and they say, hey, do it for the children. If you don't get this, you're going to lose your job, okay? This is before everything happened with the immigration. But anyways, I ended up getting really sick. I got diagnosed with POTS. A couple months later, they said it probably came from that. I got so sick, I felt like I was walking on my head on a daily basis. So once again, right, when situations happen to me like this, I start going deep and start diving, right, and start looking into reasons why. And then, you know, I don't just Google shit, okay? That's not what I do. I go on Yandex. I make sure to, or other search engines where, like, I can really see what's going on, not just something that's controlled, right? And I can go into that as well, too. But as you can already tell, right, I'm a pretty big conspiracy theorist, right? And it's because I've lived a lot and I've learned a lot as well, too. Ever since I came off grid and doing everything that I'm doing, eating healthy because there's no chemicals in my food. I'm not eating processed food. I'm not drinking tap water. I'm hauling my water. It's remarkable how much better I feel and how things have changed. And what I'm getting at is Trump was the first one ever to actually start talking about it and said, yeah, there are actually fucking chemtrails going on, right? And living out in the middle of nowhere, I have a very small house. I live in a tiny house. I'm outside more than I'm inside, okay? So I literally see it all the time. I see the chemtrails, and I can very much tell the difference between the chemtrails and the planes flying through, you know, the different temperatures in the sky or whatever, because it stays. And then a couple hours later, it turns into a giant cloud. And then a couple hours later or a day later, it turns into a giant storm. Okay, so I've seen it all.
You think that fucking planes are controlling the weather with chemtrails?
Oh my God, honey, absolutely. There's literally videos out there of people actually looking and saying, okay, I'm going to press this button, and then these are the chemicals that are going to fly out behind you. Watch it, okay? Once I figure out how to send you this stuff, I can send you that video as well, too.
Dude, okay. Then even talking about the chemtrails, you just said that they cause storms. I'm so sorry. Is some fucking rain going to hurt you?
Man, listen,
even if chemtrails weren't true, you just said that they cause storms. Oh, the rain. Oh, the rain's gonna get me. Oh no, the rain's gonna get me. Wait, don't you fucking drink that rain because you told me? One moment. Don't you fucking drink that rainwater? No, but you just told me you get the buckets of water, then you take them back to the house because tap water is fluoride in it. That's gonna, I don't know, like make you gay or something.
It's mountain water.
You believe.
Okay. Dean, it's mountain water, okay? So it's a spring. It comes from underneath the ground from the snow that's melting in the mountains.
So do you think that the chemtrail like weather rain is turning the frogs gay?
No, come on, man. Do you want to have an actual debate, or are you just going to fuck around?
Wait, how's that even insane, bro? Dude, I'm so sorry. You just told me that there's a correlation between POTS and the COVID-19 vaccine, that the Navy manipulates the weather with fucking chemtrails by planes, but then all of a sudden, rain turning frogs gay is completely outrageous. Come on. Like, you understand that the rain turning the frogs gay has just as much evidence as chemtrails, and has just as much evidence as the COVID vaccine exacerbating POTS.
No, prove it then. Go ahead, prove it.
Oh, prove it?
Prove
Wait, you're going to
to
put me on the
me
spot and prove
that
it?
chemtrails are not
Wait,
real.
one second. You just like put me on the spot. You want me to prove what I just said, that there's no evidence, like for instance, that the COVID vaccine causes POTS? I actually can. If you go on Google and you type in Smith Heart Institute, you'll find an institution by the name of Smith Heart Institute that did studies at the Cedars-Sinai Hospital aimed to understand the potential connection between the COVID-19 vaccination and POTS. The study validated that all the patients who were immunized with the COVID vaccine mRNA vaccination and then went on to have new or exacerbated POTS all had pre-existing conditions that led to the POTS unrelated to the use of the vaccine. So you put me on the spot, you asked me to prove it, and I did. Thank you.
Okay, I thought we were talking about chemtrails. But yeah, cool. Talk about my illness. That's great too. You can absolutely do that. I honestly, who knows? It could have been the fucking food I was eating. But regardless, a couple months later it happened. And a lot of fingers point to the COVID vaccine.
But
regardless,
you know what?
fucking...
You know one finger that doesn't point to the COVID vaccine? Any medical health professional ever.
Yeah, you know what? That brings me to my next point, right? Medical professionals, they're always like, if you drink raw milk, you're going to get botulism, right? Yet botulism from raw milk hasn't been a thing since 2019. You get more botulism from fucking McDonald's.
Dude,
okay,
don't drink raw milk. Don't drink raw milk.
Honey, I drink raw milk for the past 2 years. I haven't been sick in 2 years.
What's the difference? What's the difference between raw milk and not raw milk?
It's not pasteurized.
And what is the pasteurization process?
It's heating it up to a point where it kills everything, even the good nutrition.
No, it's heating it up to the same temperature you cook your chicken or your beef, okay? 160 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's still heating it up.
Listen, sitting here and saying that, cooking the milk, heating it up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, right, to kill like all the harmful bacteria is bad. Do you eat raw chicken? Do you eat raw beef?
I do eat raw beef, actually. Not raw chicken, obviously. But everything I grow is on my farm.
Wait. So when you eat chicken, you cook it first. Why do you cook the chicken first?
I mean,
why do you cook it?
For
Tell
obvious
me.
reasons.
What are the obvious
right?
reasons why you cook chicken?
For obvious reasons, to make sure there's nothing in it, right?
Like,
because
harmful
there's
bacteria?
a lot more reports.
Wait, but you've got to heat the chicken to do that, right?
Because how many reports are there of people not eating cooked chicken and getting sick and dying? How many? There's lots, right?
So there's many circumstances of that. I understand that there's less circumstances of that occurring.
There's none like that with raw milk.
None is false, right? Raw milk absolutely does lead to to health complications, and in fact, the pasteurization process is what prevents that. Go ahead. You just said that there was one of like botulism in 2019. I don't even need to give you an example because you just named one. But more typically, what it will lead to is E. coli, right? But like, think about it this way. So you just told me that you're losing the key nutrients inside of the milk, okay, when you pasteurize it and heat it up. So when you pasteurize and heat up your chicken, for instance, to cook it, do you think that you're losing nutrients in the chicken? I muted you. You could unmute.
Oh, sorry. Am I still there? I don't know why I was muted. I don't know how this thing works. Wait.
It was RFK and the gay frogs that muted you. New conspiracy theory unlocked. I bet if Trump said it,
I never even said anything about RFK yet, but we can definitely get into that as well too, please. Or you want to talk about how when the whole entire thing was going on? Okay, let me back up. Let's talk about how when the election was going on. Okay,
I want you to respond to what I said. When you cook chicken, right, to 160 to kill the bacteria, are you losing any essential nutrients?
Yes, absolutely.
Which ones?
Oh, I don't know, man. I didn't know how to get on this thing.
Bruh, yeah, exactly. That's just something you say to make yourself sound insane because you like it. It's not actually true or backed with any reason, logic, or evidence.
But the evidence is myself, right? That's the thing here is I'm telling, the evidence myself.
Sorry, with all due respect, you are not Jesus, okay? You are not perfect. You are not all-knowing. You are not...
Oh, no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying how it affects me, though. I'm saying personally. That's what all this is about, right? I didn't start voting for Trump because everyone else told me to. I voted for him because I told myself to, because everything that I was going through, I needed to figure out what was going on. So I started doing my own research and I started doing my own due diligence and my own studies
you've done your
myself.
own. Okay, you've done your own research and studies. Okay, well earlier you told me that one of the conclusions from the great research and studies that you've done is that when you pasteurize milk, okay, you lose key nutrients. You did say that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so through the research and the studies that you did to like yield that conclusion, what like key nutrients are lost when you pasteurize milk?
I mean, all the vitamins, man.
Which
all
ones?
the vitamins.
Which ones?
Do you-
Be more
Here,
specific.
let me hang on.
Oh,
Let me look it up. Real
wait,
quick
look it
for
up
you.
on Google. I thought that you said the only evidence that you need is your own personal experiences, but now you're pointing towards a search engine that is going to
Well,
return
yeah,
you
when I
studies
s-
done by the professionals.
Okay, you're right, but you're asking me a question that I don't know the statistics to. Sorry, I'm
Now
not
statistics
that
matter.
good at this.
Wait, why did
I'm
statistics matter
telling
that
you,
when
though,
why didn't statistics matter when we were talking about there would be no correlation, nor link between the COVID vaccine and POTS?
because they don't want to talk about that, right? They
No,
don't
they
want to
do
say
wanna
that
talk about
POTS or they don't want to say that the vaccine had anything bad to do with anything.
With POTS,
And there
because
is studies
because
that
it
came
didn't.
out about that.
Okay, name one.
Name a study.
Yeah.
I don't know, honey. I just looked this stuff up and I'm like, let me start applying this stuff to my life. Okay? And listen, I'm just trying to
no.
be real. Okay? I'll tell you this right off the bat. I'm not good with like the little like, oh, what temperature exactly do you have to cook it to for it to be pasteurized, right? And like, I get it. Okay? I get it. You don't believe in all this stuff because you probably haven't lived it. You've probably never came in contact with raw milk before in your life. So you probably don't even know. You probably don't even know the benefits of what it feels like to actually drink it and then not get sick for 2 years or like kind of helps your depression as well too or anything of that sort. So
Wait, did you know that like
I'm just telling
did
you
you know
from
that there
experience.
one second. Did you know that there actually is a link between POTS and COVID? Just not the vaccine, like the actual
Yeah.
like
I
the,
saw that as well too.
like the actual virus.
COVID, yeah, the actual COVID-19. Yeah,
So
the
my question
actual
for you is, have
sickness.
you ever gotten your boosters?
Hell no. Have I ever gotten COVID? Hell no.
Wait, how do you know that you've never
So,
gotten COVID?
how do I know that I've never gotten COVID? Because, I mean, I know I went and got tested before because I thought I had it and then it came
Oh,
up
so you
negative.
got a test. So you
I was
tested.
working in child
So you got a
children.
test. So you trusted the medical health professionals and their like means of like research as it would relate to like illnesses, viruses, the
I
diagnosing of them.
I did, unfortunately. Absolutely. And the thing that really got me, right, is I really believed them back then. Because, like, I didn't have all these issues, right? But I believed them that back then. And then the thing that really set me off is my work. They said, do it for the children. Okay, you have to get this COVID vaccine.
I would have made you do the same thing if I was your
And
employer. I would have said, get the vaccine or you're fired. I would have done the same thing.
yeah, and that's great. Sure, whatever. But the thing that really got me is I went. And I'm that type of person to, like, I might not understand the whole entire fucking contract, but I'm going to read it all before I sign anything. So they have you sign this paper, and in it, it says that this was not tested and they're not held reliable if you get sick or you die.
Yeah,
And, like, that's crazy,
and if you
right?
read the back if you read the back of like an Advil, like what do you call it? What do you call those little things? I don't know. If you read the back of an Advil
Like the
container,
Tylenol
there you
pamphlets,
go.
yeah.
So if you read the back of an Advil container, it'll tell you that they're not capable of you to start internally like bleeding and dying to death. Okay, but like obviously, right? I'd assume that you. feel
Another
safe
reason
taking
why I
it.
stopped fucking trusting the fucking healthcare system, right? Exactly. See? Why do we trust the healthcare system? They've just been fucking
Because the
lying to
healthcare
us the whole
system
time.
has extended the average life expectancy of a human from like 35 to 75. That's why.
Okay, but everything's based off of medicine and big pharma. So everything, it's here, take a pill for this, here, take a pill for that. That at the end of the day,
Oh,
right?
take
what does that
medicine
do
for
to you
your
at the end of the
ailments.
day?
It helps you like fix the ailments that you're suffering.
Yes, but do you realize that there's other medicine out there, like plant medicine,
Yeah.
tinctures and
Yeah,
things
dude,
like
don't
that?
worry,
which
don't
instead
worry,
of just
don't worry,
because,
don't
because
worry.
what
If
we
you
wanna
break your
do,
if you
we're-
break your arm, just go suck on a leaf, dude. You'll be good in like 3 minutes tops. No, 110%.
Come on now, come on. I thought this was an actual debate. Come on now, you don't
You're
have to be all
trolling.
nasty like that.
Come on, that wasn't the nastiest
I'm
thing I've
not
said
trolling,
so far.
dude. I'm telling you from my own personal experience. Do you want
Listen.
to talk about other stuff? You want to talk about other reasons
Listen.
why I support him? Because here's another thing.
Listen,
Trump has been the only one.
The
Okay.
chemtrails got to me. Okay, the gay frogs got to me.
Okay.
The fluoride in the water.
I
okay,
never
got
said
to
gay
me.
frogs, but okay, that was your words,
Well,
not
I'm
mine. But go
surprised
ahead,
you haven't.
continue.
No, go ahead. What do you want to debate
No,
about?
yeah, because guess what? I don't follow what other people say. Do you realize that you got like 3,000 more followers since we start talking? That's awesome, huh? I guess I'm doing good with this. I'm kind of proud of this. It's my first time doing this.
Well,
Anyway, sorry.
I think that the viewer count has gone up on this live because we went from somebody spending 30 minutes saying, I don't know if Trump was guilty. I don't have any evidence, but I definitely don't think he's guilty in a super monotone voice, to somebody saying that chemtrails control the weather and the Navy wants to rain on you and that rain has harmful carcinogens in it. Like, obviously, you know.
Okay, I never said the Navy. Okay, I don't.
Wait,
Listen.
you do.
Okay,
Then you're not a real conspiracy
I-
theorist because you don't know where the conspiracy theory even comes from. The chemtrail conspiracy theory comes from like leaked articles from like the 90s where the Navy was discussing ways to control the weather, and they're like, oh, this must mean that like they're dumping like toxic chemicals and biological agents on the American
You know
civilians
that they
when they're
actually
traveling
did
around
that,
the planets.
right? As like tests, right? You know that actually happened.
Yeah,
And please don't.
Yes, I'm sure
if
that
you
your
want,
$1
I can
trillion
look it
per
up
year
real quick.
industrial military complex try to find a way to like control the weather through cloud seeding. Yeah, I'm sure.
But that's the problem. If you don't think that, man, then you are so blind. Listen, and that's fine. You can think what you want, but here's my big thing. This is what I want you to get out of this, hopefully, is you just start questioning everything, right? That's what I start doing, questioning everything. Like everything that they taught us.
Why don't you question Trump?
It. Do
why
your
don't
own
you?
research.
But you'll never question Trump. He'll
I
tell you
do.
that.
Oh my God,
Who won the
I-
2020
no, no, no.
election? Who won the 2020 election?
I mean, Biden did. I wasn't really. Like I said, I didn't start getting into politics
Oh,
until
okay,
like
that was a little bit
2023,
before
and
that.
that happened to me.
Okay, does Tylenol cause autism?
I mean, I don't. Does Tylenol cause autism? Listen, I think autism is a very big thing that came about in many different ways, okay? I think one, it came about with the influx of medications and the influx of vaccines, yes, okay? Do I think all vaccines are bad? Absolutely not. No, not at all. But do I think that there's some are? Yes. I was working in childcare. This is another thing. I saw a little girl. I was in childcare for years. I watched a little girl. She was a happy, happy little girl, always excited. I think she was like 2 or 3 years old. Goes and gets vaccines. Didn't see her for a week. Comes back completely silent. Completely silent. Won't talk. On the verge of autism. So yeah, did that kind of like start shifting me a little bit? Absolutely. The things that I saw, my experiences, my real life experiences is why I believe the things I believe today. Not what people say, not what doctors put up on Google and stuff like that. Like, you know, this is what I see and what I've seen. And so yeah, do I think that there's something wrong? Yes, absolutely. Do I take these medications anymore?
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So are you a
But
medical?
I also learned.
Listen, can I talk? Oh, no, yeah, just go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Please finish.
No, I was just gonna say is I gotten to the point of like where I'm starting to take care of my own health in like different ways, like maintaining it, right? Eating healthy, drinking healthy, you know, taking herbs and supplements when I'm not feeling good. You know what I mean? So, and that's a lot different because you don't get an instant result from stuff like that. And I think that's where a lot of people lack. And, you know, I can say that if you take A, B, and C, these herbs, you know, they can help you, but you have to take them over time. No one really wants to do that nowadays. So I think that's a big issue with that. Hell yeah, man. Put that hat on. It will save you one day. It will save you. Please put it on.
No, just continue. Continue speaking.
You look great in it. You look absolutely great. I never understood. Do you know the reason behind the tinfoil hat?
Do I know the reason? You need to wake up. You need to wake up, brother. Do I know the reason? They started with the 3G, killed my grandfather, then the 4G killed my brother, and the 5G, it's coming after me next. Listen. Have you ever heard of the blue light theory? Have you ever heard of the blue light theory? When you're looking at the
love
phone,
blue light
when you're looking at
therapy.
this cellular device, and then the blue
And red light
starts
therapy.
radiating off of you,
Absolutely.
it goes in. Listen, I'm gonna teach you something. I need you to listen to me. Listen to me. The blue light on the phone, on the device, on the cellular 5G, 4G, 3D device. Okay,
Hang on, I'm filling up my water.
No, the water! Does it have fluoride in it? Does it have fluoride?
No, honey, I told you I hold my own water. I actually
Yes! Amen! You just,
wanna talk other stuff?
ma'am, you just won the goddamn diddly darn lottery. You don't have fluoride in your water. Guess what? If that water did have fluoride in it, you'd be dead at 55 tops. Okay, dead at 55 tops. Okay, your children, they'd be gay.
Funny, you're
They'd be gay. The
funny. Can we talk
fluoride in
now?
the water, they would make them gay. Doesn't even matter if they don't live
Am
with
I
you.
losing
Okay,
you?
the
Shut up.
5G radiation would carry the fluoride digitally and make your children gay. Listen, Carrie, I feel you. I feel you. Everything that you've said so far, it must be true. The science, you know what NASA spells? If you rearrange the words in out of T, it spells Satan with like 2 S's. Satan. Okay? And guess what? The NASA, their scientists, which also starts with an S, which by the way is also the first letter in Satan. So we can't trust them either. Let's disregard those damn medical studies. In fact, let's do one of our own right now. I was telling you about the blue light theory before you rudely interrupted me. All right, Carrot, please go ahead and unmute that microphone. Okay? The gay frogs are going to get to you if you don't unmute that mic. They didn't get to you. You unmuted it perfect. All right. What's behind your eyes? Your brain, right? Your brain is between your eyes. So when you're looking at the cellular device and it's radiating the 5G and the blue light, it goes in through your eyes, it goes to your brain, and then it makes you a liberal. That must be why I'm a liberal, right? Since we can only trust our individual experiences. I just spent too much time looking at the blue light. The blue light in the 5G went in through my eyes, back to my brain, behind my eyes, and made me a liberal.
Okay. Okay, if you say so. I didn't say anything about blue light. You did.
What
but
are your
okay.
thoughts, Gary?
Let's talk about you. Go ahead. Apparently, you need to talk more. So tell me more about why you think that blue light is going to made you a liberal.
Well,
Please tell me.
It's just what happened before I had the blue light when I was a little baby. Very obviously conservative.
Can I just say something really quick?
Listen.
It sounds like you're being a little racist. It sounds.
I muted you because how stupid that was, but I want you to continue. Who am I being racist to?
Okay, you muted me even though you're mocking words, right? So can you continue to talk to me like a human?
Who am I being racist to?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure you can guess.
To who?
I guess it's not racist if it's a white culture, right?
Oh, I'm disrespecting white culture by speaking in a southern accent?
Yeah, probably, huh? I was told not to do that. I was told not to speak like other people or it's racist. So I'm just letting you know.
But my family's southern.
But why'd you mute me when I said that?
Some of my
family's
scared
southern. Of something?
Some of my I'm disrespecting white culture by speaking in a southern accent. But Donald Trump is not disrespecting black people when he tells you not to vote for Obama because he thinks he was born in Kenya, even though he has a birth certificate from Hawaii. But no, listen, back to the theory, Carrie. The gay frogs, they're coming for you unless you listen up.
Oh, did you call me a fairy? I swear to God.
No, I said Gary. I said the gay frogs are coming for you unless you listen up, and the Navy's going to drop a chemtrail over your goddamn diddly darn house and make that toxic rainwater rain down on you. Like God and his vengeance for the silly liberals and their science, quote unquote.
Okay, let's talk about something else, okay? Because I'm really excited about this. What about the fact that Trump is the only president who said China cannot buy any more agricultural land? And he said, fuck you guys.
Oh, but then he gave land.
What about that?
But then he gave land to Qatar to build a Navy base. And what exactly has he done to prevent China from buying any agricultural land?
He told them that they can't anymore. He reversed it all, or in the process of it, at least.
What executive order did that? What policy did that?
Let me look it up.
The gay frogs are gonna get you if I don't get them in 10 seconds. They're coming for
Oh my
you.
God, you love the gay frogs.
No,
There's nothing wrong with
they
gay
love
frogs.
you. They're coming.
okay?
They're
There's
coming for
nothing
you.
wrong.
The gay frogs, the
There's
Kim Shells, and
nothing wrong
RFK
with
Jr.
gay frogs.
RFK
There's nothing wrong
Jr.
with gay anything,
RFK
okay?
Jr. is like
Let's
actively
be
like dragging
nice.
like the carcass of a bear to your front doorstep the same way he did in Central Park.
Yeah, so China's ability to buy U.S. farmland is increasingly restricted by both state and federal efforts due to national security concerns. Through a total federal ban, states have enacted various laws to ban or limit ownership. So that's cool, right? Because it started, right? Because our problem is, and
how did
as
he
a
start?
national security, right? So there's state level bans. I mean, first of all, right, the fact that he talked about it,
so therefore
the fact that he talked about it, he said, "Hey, I hear the people. This is a problem, right? This is the problem. Let's start working on it." And where it went from there, I don't know. But the fact that he says, "Hey, listen, I hear what your issues are. Let me try to fix them," or just so you know, you're being heard. Right? That's awesome. That's a great feeling.
One second. Yo, listen, Ali, thank you for the $2 over on Venmo. Appreciate you for that love, Ali. Kelly, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. Kelly says, I just joined and Dean has a motherfucking 10 hat. Let me finish reading that message on his head. What is happening? Truth is happening, Kelly. Truth is happening. Okay? But the only difference, okay, is that in this place, okay, we're opening the eyes. We're awakening you. We're not making you woke, okay? That's that democratic Satanist shit. No, but we're opening your eyes. We're opening them. Next one. Elizabeth, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo who said, Dean, I was gonna write a heartfelt message thanking you, but you're currently wearing a tinfoil hat, sporting a southern accent. And now I'm not gonna. Elizabeth, you're mad because I woke you up to the gay frogs, RFK Jr., 5G radiation making you liberal because your brain is between or behind your eyes. Jenna, thank you so much for the $10. Appreciate you for the love. Appreciate that, Jenna. Isaac, thank you for the $10 as well, who says, good God, the tinfoil hat killed my wife and I. No, these hats don't kill you. They protect you. That's why you got to wear them. Don't be espousing misinformation. The tinfoil doesn't kill you. It protects you. It protects you. Go get one right now. But I appreciate you for the $10. Thank you so much for the $10. Moving on. Nate, holy shit. Thank you so much for the $150 over on Venmo. Oh my God, Nate. Thank you so Thank you for the love, Nate. Let's get 150 Nate W's. Let's get 1,500 Nate W's down below in that chat for the $150 donation over on PayPal. Thank you so much. That is crazy. Nate says, I'm at a loss. So here's some more support from your Cincinnati pharmacist. Acetaminophen for the win. Dude, Nate, it's good to see you again. Thank you so much for the $150. You're fucking awesome. Thank you so much. Show some love to Nate. Seriously, that is so kind. As well as Sammy, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for that love. Ileana, thank you for the 8. Ileana says, the fluoride has me on the verge of autism. Just kidding. I've had it since I was born. Yeah, listen, I appreciate you for the $8, Ileana. As well as Laura, thank you so much for the $100 over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love, Laura. Laura with $100 says for more tinfoil hats. $100 would not be able to buy you one of these because of their complex, high technological nature. All right, Laura? Laura, they're very complex. You've been fooled. Open your eyes. But thank you for the $100. Show some love to Laura. As well as Courtney. Thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo, who says, while these people out here taking advice on vaccines by somebody who literally used to do that. I can't finish your message, but thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. As well as Juliana, thank you for the $5 over on Venmo. Jared, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. Angie, thank you so much for the $5 as well. Lori with a 10. Echo with a 10. Sam with a 15. Ali with a 5. McKinney, thank you for the 5. Andrea, you're a true patriot. Thank you for the 5. We got a bunch of true patriots coming in. There's actually so many of you motherfuckers. Holy shit. Sarah, thank you so much for the $50 over on Venmo. Show some love to Sarah down below. What the fuck? Sarah says, please do an RFK Jr. voice. I'm begging you. I don't think I could. I appreciate you for the 50. Show some love to Sarah. As well as Jenna, thank you for the $20 as well, who says, I'm a liberal in AL and this is the funniest shit ever. The fact of the matter is I'm literally just doing what the guest is doing, but she's doing it for real. As well as Elizabeth, thank you for the $10 on Venmo for the gay frog awareness. Catherine, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate you so much. Bree with the $10 over on PayPal. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bree. Ray, thank you for the $27 over on PayPal, who says, I'm so over people disregarding our own dedication and research. I completely agree with you. It's just medical misinformation that's actively harmful. Thank you so much for the $27, Ray. As well as Jasmine with the 6, Vivian with the 3. There's so many. I really appreciate you guys. Emery with the 4 for the tinfoil hat. Elizabeth with the 5, telling her to get pushed. Appreciate you for that love. Then George, thank you so much for the $11 over on PayPal. Devin, thank you so much for the $25 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much, Devin. As well as, let's see if we have anybody else here. Matthew, thank you for the $5 on PayPal. Alexandria with a 15. Ali with a 5. Christopher, thank you so much for the $5 as well. We're all caught up on Venmo and PayPal. We just got to go through the super chats that remain. Victoria, thank you so much for the 100 Canadian dollars over on Super Chat. Thank you, Victoria. Show some love to Victoria, who says, this message is a bit late, but the girl doesn't understand that botulism is a foodborne illness that comes from bacteria that thrive in anaerobic space, which is why when canning food, it is important it's done right. And while it's also important to pasteurize your milk. Yeah, good point, Victoria. You are incredibly intelligent. You know your shit. I bet she's going to disregard that because the too many big words. Janet, thank you so much for the $50 as well over on Super Chat. She says, God, I love you, Dean. Thank you for the $50, Janet, as well as the incredibly kind words. Show some love to Janet down below in that chat. As well as, let's see here, John, thank you for the $20 over on Super Chat. John didn't leave a message, only the love. Thank you so much, John. As well as Emily, thank you for the $10 on Super Chat. And we're all cut up. I really appreciate you guys so much for your kindness. If you want to support me, you can find the Venmo and the PayPal down below in the comment section. In the bio on TikTok and the pinned message in the comment section on YouTube. But now listen, okay? True Patriot Hour is over. We're going to go ahead and get back at being serious. Matter of a fact is you are so unserious because you don't trust the science, you disregard the fact, you don't think objectively, and you kind of just base reality predicated on what you want it to be, which is really embarrassing.
Well, I base reality based off of how things have happened to me and the people around me, right? So.
Okay, so I'm so sorry. What has Donald Trump done that has personally benefited you in your own personal life?
I mean, the fact that he just got done talking about he's going to have fertility treatments be more affordable.
Oh, so you're talking about something that he promised before the election?
He talks about...
He actually walked that one back. So you said that you only trust things that have actually happened to you. So it was one thing that he's done that has actually like benefited you. I'm talking like real outcome.
Okay.
Right? What is one real outcome that has personally and materially made your life better, right, in the 5 years that he served as the president of this country?
Okay. The 5 years, I don't know what the fuck happened in his first presidency. Like I said, I didn't really pay attention that much. But I'll tell you recently, okay? And obviously you're going to laugh at me and make fun of me because you keep doing that. But I'm just telling you from personal experience is like chemtrails. I love looking out and not seeing them.
I'm kicking her. We're going to move on to that next Trump supporter. Oh my goodness Christ. We're going to get that next guest up in here. Bro, dude. Oh my God. After all that, we just go straight back to the chemtrails. When I look outside, I don't see the chemtrails. Maybe it's because you told us that you moved into the middle of fucking nowhere. Did you ever think of that? You told us that you like lived in a city, worked with a nonprofit in the city, and then you moved into the middle of nowhere in the middle of the mountains. Maybe that has something to do with you seeing less planes in the sky. Just a thought. Moving on to the next Trump supporter. Go ahead and hop in that queue for me if you are MAGA and you want to come up here for a conversation. But please follow the rules. I'm going to kick and ban you if you are not a Trump supporter. All right. Yo, Nikki, thank you so much for the $50 over on Venmo for the tinfoil hat fund. Since I'm going to need a lot of them through these debates. Thank you for the love, Nikki. Dude, let's get 500 Nikki W's. Nikki, that is seriously so incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much for your kindness. Show some love to Nikki down below in that chat while we're looking for the next guest to join up into the stream, as well as Oscar. Thank you for the $11.11 over on Venmo. Says you are the king of shady and I love it. Oscar, good to see you, man. You've been watching for years. Appreciate you for the $11. And Catherine, thank you for the $50 $50 as well on Venmo. Holy fuck. Nikki and Catherine, you guys are awesome. Catherine says, my quote-unquote friend recommended a book to me that claims that leaky gut causes autism and that blue light causes infertility and that my genetic collagen disorder can be cured by eating the collagen-rich parts of animals. Yeah, never talk to them again, all right? I don't think I don't know if they're not going to be too reliable of a person. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, let's got to move on to the next guest. Only hop in that queue if you're MAGA. We're just looking for that next debate. You know, funny enough, for whatever reason, I feel like the tinfoil hat scared most of the Trump supporters off because right now I'm not finding anybody in the queue that's down to join. Kelly, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo for more tinfoil. And then Echo, that is EKOO, sorry. Thank you for the $20 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Echo. That is so incredibly kind of you, who says they are not chemtrails, they are contrails. It's short for condensation trails. So it's basically water condensated from the engine during flight. Nope. Echo. They're fucking chemtrails. They're fucking chemtrails manipulating the weather and making you gay. Moving on to the next guest. All right. Dunked. Can we get some W's in that chat? Can we get some true patriot W's in that chat? Okay, I need to stop. Dude, how am I going to be acting like this less than 2 hours after I interview a fucking presidential nominee, right? Not nominee, presidential candidate in both the 2020 and 2024 election cycle? What the fuck am I doing? Oh my God. What's up, MV PUIG? Do you support Trump?
So I just wanted to say, yeah, I know
I'm sorry. Do got to kick you because you're underage? Yeah, how are we going to be doing this less than 2 hours after I'm talking to Mayor Pete, fucking Pete Buttigieg, Secretary of Transportation? What the, dude? I'm cooked. Okay, I built my reputation and then destroyed it in less than 2 hours. All right. Dude, imagine that like he or his team is gonna like look back at the YouTube VOD to maybe try to get some clips out of the conversation, and then they accidentally clip further in the live than they see me wearing a tinfoil hat chatting about like chemtrails make you gay. Listen, the funny part is, the scary part I should say, is that it's actually like a realistic outcome. Okay, woke FX, what is up? Do you support Trump?
No, but no, we love you though.
I appreciate you guys for the love, but make sure you're only joining that queue if you are MAGA. I do really appreciate you guys for the kindness, though. Jennifer, thank you for the $50 over on PayPal. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Let's get 500 Jennifer W's. Thank you. Jennifer says, "Oh, Dean, you have made my night. I've not laughed like that for a long time. Miss Jen from the UK." Well, Miss Jen, I'm really happy that you're here. I'm happy that I could, put you in a better mood. Thank you for the $50, as well as Natalie and Jasmine. I appreciate you both for the $5 over on PayPal. Tass, Kelly, and Kim, and Angie, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. You guys are awesome. And what is going on? Are you MAGA?
Hey, Dean, can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you support Trump?
Personally, no, I do not. But I do have a
I'm sorry,
close
dude. I'm sorry, man. Listen, guys, if you are in the queue, make sure it is because you are a Trump supporter. We are only very specifically looking to talk to MAGA. Listen, I love y'all. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys to death. Hundo P, but we're very specifically looking for Trump supporters. Hundo P, listen, just looking for MAGA. We got Rachel connecting into the stream. Hello, do you support Trump? Hello? Bro, I think I actually scared all the Trump supporters away with a tinfoil hat. I don't think that we've seen a drought this bad for like a really long time. Brianna, appreciate you for the $1 on Venmo as well as I read your message. Of course, of course. What's up? Do you support Trump? Okay, I've got to take that as a no. Crystal, thank you for the $3 on PayPal. Saying, did you see that Russia did a direct hit on a kindergarten? No, I didn't see that. I'll have to look at that after the live. Thank you for telling me. All right, moving on to the next guest. Yeah, they might genuinely be gone. Maybe I got like, dude, I got too weird for them. Or you know what it is, right? I put on the tinfoil hat and they're like, one of us. And then they just like went on to rage bait the next liberal live and now they're all gone. What's up, Nathaniel? Do you support Trump?
I'm MAGA to the core, fucking gay frogs.
All right, I'm going to go to assume that is a troll. We're going to go to move on to the next guest. Go ahead and hop in that queue if you are MAGA, okay? All right, guys. I'll directly, if you want to come up a little bit more directly, feel free to go down to that comment section and type me with your age. We'll happily have you up. Arlie, hello. Do you support Trump? Okay. Looks like Arlie's not here. Literally no Trump supporters. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. This is actually starting to get annoying. Holy crap. Erica, thank you for the $4 over Odd Venmo who says, love you, Dean. Be yourself. Thank you, Erica. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, what's good?
Okay, how do you?
25.
Can you get it? Could you say W Emily real quick?
Dude, W Emily, but listen, I'm not here to play your little games or whatever you want. You want to play some, you want to play some mind games, try to get me to say things that you want me to say. We're not doing that. We're not doing that here. I've seen your stuff before, and you can talk all this, talk all that. But
okay, John. All right. Well, maybe if you don't want me to get into your mind with the mind games, do you want a tinfoil hat? I could give. Listen, it'll keep you safe from the mind games. It'll keep them out.
you're a bullshitter.
It'll keep the okay. So don't leave. Let's actually debate. Just before we do,
Yeah, hold on.
I do have to thank Emily so much for the $25 donation over on Venmo. Thank you for the love, Emily. Show some love to Emily down below in that chat for the $25. Who says that was the funniest fucking Dean moment of all the streams? I think I'm in bed sick today, and it made my day. Well, I'm really sorry that you're in bed sick this week, but thank you for the $25, and I'm happy that it made you happy. Go ahead and take it away, John. Why the hell do you support Trump?
A number of reasons. I mean, we could talk about immigration and border. We could talk about the economy. We could talk about basically just what he's doing to restore kind of just religious morals back into the country. And people, I think people have became too radical atheists and they don't have morals anymore, and we're going down the path of hell. And it's not good. And there's going to be a lot of people going to hell that I don't think should be going to hell, and I really do think we're in a spiritual battle right now.
Okay.
Well,
So you just brought up two things, and I find them to be like quite contradictory. You said we could talk about Donald Trump's great immigration policy, and then you're like we could talk about religious morals. So do you support Donald Trump's mass deportation?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
I mean, if
so
they're
you
here
support?
illegally, why are they here if they're here illegally?
So
Can you answer that?
So you support treating foreigners that reside among you differently than the native born because you wouldn't deport the native born, but you would deport the foreigners?
It's about following the law.
No, listen. I just want to clarify.
Wait. What's illegal mean?
I just want to clarify here. So do you support treating the foreigners that reside among you differently than treating the native born for the reason being that you're okay with deporting undocumented immigrants?
Treated equally.
Okay, so are you? Wait, if everybody
you're
should be
the
treated
one over
equally,
here.
listen.
Huh?
Wait, do you think that undocumented immigrants should be treated the same way as American citizens?
Yeah, they can be treated like American citizens while they're on their way out of here. I mean, if you're here illegally, dude, what is it like? I'll look up. Hold on, I'm on Google right now. I'll look up the definition of illegal. Right now, hold on.
Dude, you're not even tracking the conversation. Just listen. I'm
illegal stands for
I'm trying to find an easy way to ask you this question. Would you ever be okay with deporting a citizen?
A citizen?
Yeah.
No,
okay.
You're asking. You're fucking dude. Pull your head out of your ass. You might start seeing them straighter a little bit. Fucking dickhead.
Dude, don't take another drink of whiskey, man. You've already had enough. You're slurring your words a little bit. But listen, all right? So if you wouldn't be okay with deporting a citizen, but you are okay with deporting an undocumented immigrant, this means that you're okay with treating them differently, and you do not think that undocumented immigrants should be treated the same way as citizens. But when we go to Leviticus 19:33 through 34 inside of the Christian Bible, what it says is, and I quote, the foreigner residing among you must
What is that? What is that? Read it. Leviticus what?
Leviticus 19 verse 34 reads, the foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself, as you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
That's not true. I just looked it up. It says it instructs followers to treat foreigners living among them with kindness and justice, not to oppress them, and love them as they love themselves. Fucking dumbass. Next topic. Go ahead. Ask me another one. I'm on Google right here. You want to use your little AI chat GPT? I'm on Google right now. We can go Google for Google.
before you speak? You understand that is exactly what I said, right? I said that Leviticus 19:34 says to not treat foreigners any differently than the native born. Then you're like, fucking dumbass, that's not what it says. What it says is that you can't treat foreigners any differently than the native born. Dumbass.
I think you just took a few words out. The words you said weren't exactly how it was supposed to be, but overall, I think you get the point.
Right, so if I get the point, all that means is that it is not Christian to treat undocumented immigrants and subject them to different treatment than you would subject citizens to.
Yeah, well, this says you got to instruct your followers not to treat the foreigners living among them, but that's foreigners who came here and are now a part of your system. If you come here illegally, hence the word I showed you earlier what illegal means, it's not allowed. If you're here illegally, that means you're not allowed to be here. That's what that would mean in context, right?
So what context of Leviticus 19 does God talk about Donald Trump's immigration laws?
Well, he didn't know. This wasn't.
God didn't know something? I thought God was all knowing.
No, he knows. But they don't put everything in the Bible. The Bible is only a certain amount of hardcore pieces of information you need to understand and need to know.
Right,
so
but the fact of the matter is,
if the Bible had everything in it, the book would be infinitely long. You realize that, dickhead, right?
But like, you realize that what Donald Trump is doing with his immigration policy would directly contradict Leviticus 19, because it's saying to treat quote unquote foreigners, or like immigrants, we'll use that word instead, right, fairly, to treat them with love, with kindness, with compassion, and that you can't treat them any differently than you would treat your own native-born citizens. Okay, but that's obviously like not what Donald Trump is doing. Like, Donald Trump says that undocumented immigrants are coming from prisons and mental asylums, even though that's not true. He's never subjugated like citizens to such like extreme remarks. He's like illegally infringing on the constitutional rights of undocumented immigrants, deporting them without due process, infringing the 14th, taking their birthright citizenship away. Actually, the Supreme Court literally ruled that he's illegally deported undocumented immigrants upon their rights.
Sure,
April 10th, Abrigo Garcia.
Hold on, let me pull up my notes here.
You take notes? I'm surprised.
Oh, I mean, I take notes throughout a whole bunch of different things I need to take notes on. It's something that human beings need to do. We're not AI, chat GPT, little things that you use where it memorizes everything. We have a certain amount of knowledge you're able to retain in your brain. And for someone like me, who typically is always learning and understanding new things, you only want to
thank you for the galaxy.
You only are going to want to hold the information that is most applicable to real life. So a lot of the knowledge that I get ends up leaving my brain because of the constant learning I'm doing. So.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to disregard that. You told us that you were reading your notes and you had something that you wanted to say in response to my argument that Donald Trump is infringing on Leviticus 19 and on the greater theme of like Christian teaching by subjugating undocumented immigrants to unfair, tyrannical, abusive treatment.
I'm not too sure. Can you repeat it one more time?
Donald Trump is infringing on Leviticus 19, where it says that immigrants should be treated fairly with love, and they should be treated the same as a native born, by treating them very differently by subjugating them to unique systems of oppression. John? Are you pissing? John, are you using the restroom?
Talking.
No.
You can keep going.
No.
What did you say? What are you talking about right now?
Did you just go pee on a live stream in front of like close to 20,000 people?
No, I've been sitting here at my chair. I don't know what you're talking about.
You've been sitting in the chair? Dude, why did we just like hear
turn my camera on?
John, I don't know if I want.
Well, I was just filling up my water bottle.
You're filling up your water bottle? So, but the thing is if you were filling up your water bottle, I'd assume that you'd be doing it at a point where the water bottle was empty. But we heard the water or the liquid, right, hitting other liquid, causing that splish splash
Well, yeah, because
sound.
there's liquid in my water bottle, you complete goofball.
So
You
then, why would
complete
you be filling
nimrod.
it
How
up?
about you... Dude, you don't know fucking shit.
So then, why would you be
You
filling
think
it up
people
if it
just
already had
always
water
want
in
to...
it?
You think people always want to fill up their water bottle when it's completely empty? What if I had about an inch or an inch and a half of water left in my water bottle and decided I wanted more?
So
And
then,
I started filling it up. You're a dickhead. You're someone who just
you're
automatically
acting really
assumes what
defensive.
everyone else's life should be. You don't actually think about how others feel, and you just live in your own bubble. You're a complete buffoon. You're
John,
a complete buffoon.
could you please wash your hands?
I don't need to right now. I didn't even use the bathroom like you're...
You forgot to wash your hands.
You're schizo.
That's you. That's I think that's like a derogatory. Like, you shouldn't say that.
You're schizophrenic.
Okay, you shouldn't like basically like, you know, like use like schizophrenia as some prerogative to like further an agenda of like being mean and rude to somebody. I think that's like a really bad thing to do, but totally expected for a Trump supporter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, me too. Totally. But you can continue the... I mean, I don't know. We were talking about something. You went off on a tangent about washing your hands and how you got to wash your hands because you're spreading COVID. You're just a fucking dickhead, dude.
Okay. Let's see if I could find like a really like easy argument for you to follow here. Are you a patriot?
Oh, yeah. I mean, by blood.
Okay.
Red, white, and blue.
Do patriots care about core American values?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is the Constitution a core American value?
Oh, yeah.
It is. So that means patriots care about the Constitution.
Oh, 100%.
So when Donald Trump said that,
They might need to amend some parts of
so when
it.
Donald Trump said that he wanted to terminate all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution on Truth Social in December of 2022, they made it clear that he's not a patriot, right?
I don't know what you mean.
So you said that patriots care about the Constitution. Donald Trump said he wanted to terminate all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, meaning that he's not a patriot because he doesn't care about the Constitution. I'm trying to find like the easiest argument for you to follow.
No, that's understandable. I've heard a liberal say that before, but it's very easily debunked. Basically, obviously, the Constitution is something we love and we care about, but dude, buddy, it was written so long ago. Their thought process and everything was we're too advanced now. So you need to rethink about things and re-go about things and think about ways to maybe change it and make it better for everybody.
Dude, I swear to God, you were so spineless. You were such a little coward. Okay?
Oh yeah, I'm spineless.
What was that laugh? Dude, the image that just popped in my head was like a picture of like a Reddit moderator when you just did that little laugh. That you know, like that one sticker that's been like popping up in a bunch of like TikTok comment sections, like the Reddit moderator like 10 minutes for door. That's kind of the vibe that laugh just gave.
You're pathetic. You're a peasant compared to my bloodline, my ancestry, family tree.
What the fuck are you even saying? What are you saying, piss boy?
I have royalty in my bloodline. You have peasantry in your bloodline.
Okay, dude, you're not fucking Kendrick Lamar. This isn't a rap song. This is a debate, okay?
This is real life.
Dude, the only thing that is real life is the fact that you just pissed on live in front of 20,000 people and then denied it under the guise of saying that you were filling up a water bottle.
I didn't piss on any live stream.
Yes, you did,
You're
piss
delusional.
boy.
You're completely delusional.
You know, in fact, I actually think that you've done it before. I remember you. Remember when you came up onto this live and you were here with Texas for Trump? That lady, she was a Trump supporter, and you were sitting on the panel with me, Parker, and Athena, and then you pissed on live then too. You've actually pissed on my live twice.
I don't think that was me.
Oh yeah, you remember that, buddy? This was like a year ago. You fucked with the wrong guy, a guy with a pretty damn solid memory. Okay, but I guess I wouldn't have to have a solid memory to remember some stupid ass Trump supporter pissing on my live stream. I'm talking about you, piss boy.
Show me. You don't. Yeah. You don't.
Why do you stop moaning? What do you do?
I've never pissed on a live stream.
Okay, let me thank a couple people. Sandra, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. Sandra with the $10 says, Dino, I don't know how you deal with these people. Me neither. At this point, I'm just a little bit mind numb. Can you thank Sandra for the $10? Can you say thank you, Sandra?
No, I mean, she didn't send me any money.
But she sent me money.
Oh, okay. Fuck you, Sandra.
Whoa, dude, don't say that to Sandra. Take it
Send
back.
me money, Sandra.
No,
Send
no.
me money.
Oh wait, are you asking for a free
Send me
handout
money,
right
Sandra.
now? Listen, you're asking
Sandra,
for
send me money.
You're asking for a free handout right now. I think that you just need to pull yourself up. By
Yeah,
your
I'm
bootstraps.
turning into a liberal like you, little free handout boy.
Oh, so you're saying that I've changed your mind and that I've converted you?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna become an illegal alien and start getting free handouts from all the Democrats.
So can you name one federal system of benefit that gives money to undocumented immigrants in this country?
FEMA.
FEMA, what money does FEMA give to undocumented immigrants?
They have two different branches there: weather funding and their illegal alien funding, and that's the one that they get.
Did you know that according to the Personal Work Order and Responsibility Act of 1996, it's actually illegal to give undocumented immigrants or non-resident/legal citizens any money from the federal government?
Well, then
outside
how
of
come
emergency
they've been voting in
circumstances?
elections and doing all this stuff? Like, how come they've been doing it, huh?
Well, could you give me any resources that they are? Like, could you give me like a source to demonstrate that FEMA's just like
I have my
giving
notes
free
right here.
handouts and money to undocumented
I have my
immigrants?
notes right here.
Yeah, for sure. No, let's see it. Let's see the notes. Let's see the source. While you're looking for that, Devin, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo, saying, how are you simultaneously so funny and cooking these MAGA guests today? Dude, I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit goofy. It's just 'cause
Literally,
you guys
just
are
go
goofy.
look up undocumented.
Shut up, buddy!
immigrants.
Bite down, sit down, Mr.
Literally, go
Kirkboy.
look it up.
Sit down, Mr. Kirkboy. Appreciate you for the $10. Ew. Evelyn, thank you for the $5. I appreciate you for that love. Marie, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you so much. And Emily, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. Saying, can you talk a little bit about Adelita Grijalva and Mike Johnson's refusal to swear her in until the government reopens? Yeah, I actually made a video about it a while back. Love her so much. And then Abby, thank you so much for the $15 over on Venmo. I just read your message. I am gonna keep it to myself, but I'm really happy to hear that the live streams help you out, and I'm really sorry to hear that that's what you're going through. As well as Destiny. Thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. Appreciate you for the love, Destiny. Show some love to Destiny down below in that chat for the 20.
Or no?
Oh, and then also Sandra sent another $10. Remember when you said fuck you, Sandra?
Yeah, fuck you, Sandra.
Yeah, she responded to that with another $10 in the statement, not on your best day.
I don't know what that means.
No, of course you don't. Of course you don't, because it takes more than like a second, right? It takes more than a second.
I'm thinking about it.
Shelby, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo, who says thank you for making my lunch break so entertaining. I appreciate you for the $10, Shelby. And then Abby, I did just see your message again. I'm really happy that the streams make you feel less alone. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, Abby. And then Darlene, thank you for the $2 over on Venmo. Darlene with the $2 says, tell Piss Boy I said fuck you on behalf of the queen he disrespected. Love you, Dean. Love you too.
What do you think about radical left lunatics basically wanting to commit political violence against basically our modern day MLK?
What? Did you just call Charlie Kirk the modern day MLK?
Is that not what he was?
Oh my God. He said that the Civil Rights Act, which is what MLK fought for, was a mistake. So are you saying that you think he was a mistake?
Okay, dude. Completely doesn't
because guess
matter.
what? Guess what? He said that MLK was a bad person, that the Civil Rights Act was a mistake, and now you're calling him the modern day MLK. So are you calling him a
he
modern
basically
day
filled his
mistake?
shoes.
So you're calling him a modern day mistake, right?
Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, because you're calling him a modern day
no,
MLK.
he's
He thinks
a
MLK and the Civil
hero.
Rights
He's an
Act were
American
terrible and a
hero.
mistake. So you're calling Charlie Kirk a modern day terrible mistake.
No, he
No.
is an American
No,
hero,
and why-
and that's why he was granted the
Why do you think he's a
Nobel Peace
why do you think
Prize
he's
medal.
modern day MLK?
Huh?
Why do you think he's the modern day MLK?
Dude, you clearly just don't know much about like history or anything.
Well, I know a lot about Charlie Kirk, and nothing about Charlie Kirk screams MLK. It kinda
You know
screams
anything
the
about
opposite.
MLK? Because the two are comparable, and if you can't quite see that
In what
through your little
senses?
Satan democratic eyes, then you need to wake the hell up and read the fucking Bible, read a history book.
Wait, what are the first 4 books in the New Testament?
Huh?
What are the first 4 books of the New Testament?
1 through 4? Like, the new ones, dumbass? The 1 through 4.
What are the names of the first 4 books?
Doesn't quite. Hold on.
Seemingly, I'm not the one that has to read my Bible. It's you. It's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and James. Actually, no. It's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Shit.
It's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Oh, God, I switched James and John. Look at me, making a big mistake. Atheist, Democrat owned. But listen, I actually want you to give an argument to justify what you just said. Okay, you called Charlie Kirk the modern day MLK. Seriously, why the fuck did you say that?
Can you hear me?
Yes, why did you say that? What's the parallel? Give me the comparison. Give me the facts.
Oh, okay. I'll show you on Google. I'll just basically look up Charlie Kirk, modern day MLK.
MLK led one of the great civil rights revolutions
Martin
in this
Luther
country.
King Jr.
Meanwhile,
and
Charlie Kirk
Kirk
ran away from a 19-year-old.
This is the right wants to make Charlie Kirk. It's Martin Luther King. Where?
Keep reading that. No, keep reading it. No, why did you mute? Why did you stop reading that, John? Continue. No. Please, keep reading that.
Huh?
No, keep reading that. You just said this is why.
Charlie Kirk says we must learn nonviolence or we may face non-existence. Is that not real?
Okay, but then he turned around and said that Biden should be publicly executed in front of children.
No, he didn't say that.
Yes, he did. He said that we need executions. We need to do them back. We need to do them publicly. And then somebody else on the panel was like, "Oh, and children should be there too." And he was like, "Yeah. Oh, and on another occasion, he said that Biden is guilty of treason against the United States of America and should be executed for his crimes."
You know what? Fuck you, dickhead.
Why are you getting so aggressive? Oh, I guess he had to go change his diaper. Wow. Little baby. Couldn't handle the heat. We're going to go get that next guest loaded up in here. Only hop in that queue if you are an American adult that supports Trump as president. Go ahead and put some baby bottle emojis down below in that chat for the man baby acting like a toddler. I can't stand it. Moving on to the next Trump supporter, Christopher. Thank you for the $10 on PayPal. He said, ask him what the Lord's Prayer is. He wouldn't know. Of course, he's gone. Like I said, he had to go change his diaper. But appreciate you for the $10. As well as Cora. Thank you for the $10 as well on PayPal. He says, Dean, I'm pretty sure this guy's drunk as fuck right now. Listen, that's going to be me as soon as I end this live. I'm not kidding. After I end this live, I'm going to go make myself a nice glass of whiskey. Because today has been insane. Appreciate you for that love, Cora. As well as Hannah, thank you for the $2. Really appreciate that. Hannah with the $2 on Venmo. Thank you. Nicholas with the $3 on Venmo. Thank you. Abby with the $5 on Venmo says Piss Boy's getting absolutely cooked. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. As well as Marin, thank you for the $10 over on Super Chat. Thank you so much for the love. And Camp, thank you for the $20 on Super Chat over on YouTube, who says, just got back from surgery, very minor, so don't worry. And this is a great medicine. Camp, it's good to see you. Good to have you back and happy to hear that the minor surgery went well. If you're watching and you're like, hey, I like this Dean guy, I want to support him, what he does here is good, you could actually find my Venmo, my PayPal right there, as well as it can be found in the link tree in my bio on TikTok and in the pinned message of the YouTube stream. Welcome in. What is going on, new guests? Are you MAGA? MJ?
Not gonna lie, no way, bro. WU, you changed my opinion on life. Fucking big up all the donators, bro. Obviously, I'm rich, bro. But have a nice day, you, bro. Change my opinion.
You too, MJ. That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that that I was able to help change your mind. That's cool. You know what? I gotta say it, man. I really do love these streams because sometimes they're entertaining. They're informative, they educate people, and they actually change minds, dude. I couldn't ask for a better job. I love what I do so much because not only does it generate a positive outcome, but it's also at some points fun, right? Even though at some points it's challenging. Overall, I love it. What's up? Do you support Trump, Douglas? Okay, they're not here. Moving on to our next guest, guys. Only up in that queue, even only if you are an American adult that supports Trump. Jesus, my superstar, is loading into the box. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump? Jesus, my superstar? Guess not. Kylie, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo. Appreciate you for that love, Kylie. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you. Yo, and Danielle, thank you so much for the $25 over on PayPal. Danielle says, Dean, I've been watching for a while, and this is your greatest stream I've ever seen. Danielle then goes on to say, "What a roller coaster! I fucking love you." Listen, Danielle, I appreciate you for the $25. No, man, the last two guys have been absolutely insane, right? Oh my god, thank you for the $25. I want everyone to spam some Danielle's down below in that chat. What is up, T. Roy? Do you support Trump?
Dean, you're a fucking little.
All right, we're gonna go to Kick T. Roy. Moving on to the next guest. We're gonna get that next guest loaded up in here right now. Just make sure if you're in that queue that you're following the rules. Unlike T. Roy, obviously broke a handful of them there. All right, let's go to get that next guest connected right now. Hey, what's up? How old are you? Nope. Moving on to the next guest. We got them loading in.
How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Oh, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say. How, like, terrible is your life?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I know who that is in your profile picture. His name is Paul. He's a Nazi, and he hates himself so much to the point where he takes it out on, like, nearly anybody and everybody around him. So you must... And we're going to go to Bantam and move on to the next guest. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up into the box right now. We got VIVA loaded up into the box. That's Maga, by the way, guys. That's Maga. That's who supports Trump. Hannah, thank you so much for the $10 over at Vim. I appreciate you for that love. Hannah with the $10 says, I literally tell my girlfriend when you're on live, quote unquote, my show is on. Thank you for what you do, Dean. Dude, listen, Hannah, I'm happy you've been able to come in here, hang out with us, and enjoy your time. I appreciate you for the $10. Show some love to Hannah down below while we're looking for that next guest. As well as Soul. Thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. Thank you, Soul. Soul says, trans guy here. You make me super happy. I get scared that I'm going to get hate crimed, and you give me a little bit of hope for the future. Soul, well, thank you so much for being here. I'm happy that you're here with us. Thank you for the $10. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump, Ryan?
Dean, love you, bro. You're awesome. Love your debates. Wish I could debate with you.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to kick you out there like when you were mid-sentence. I actually kicked you out maybe like a good 10 to 15 seconds before you even started to talk. But because your internet connection is just a little bit bad, like you were able to talk for like 15 seconds before like you actually got kicked. But I appreciate you for the love. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Hi, this is Two Girls, We're Twins. We're 19 years.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello? Hi, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
You said that you're 19. What year were you born in?
We're
Okay. Yeah, sorry. God's rapturing you guys, so I'm just going to kick you and move on. We're going to move on to the next guest right now. We got the next Trump supporter loading up into the stream right now. We got Emma connecting, plus those guys were lying about their age. Carmen, thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. Appreciate you so much for the love. Thank you. Carmen with the $10 says, hey, Dean, my mom is Sandra, the woman who Piss Boy decided to disrespect. And she says, fuck that guy. He's an idiot. Dude, we got Sandra and Sandra's daughter. Dude, shout out to you guys. Great fucking family. Great fucking family. As well as, let's see here. Angel, thank you for the $1. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump?
I love Donald Trump.
Okay, I'm going to go to assume because of the laugh that you're trolling. Goodbye. Moving on to the next guest. We're looking for a serious debate here. Let's go to get that next guest connected. By the way, guys, we only have around another 20 minutes on stream before we end for the day. But hopefully we can make the most of the last 20 minutes here with a great last debate of the evening before we hop off. Hello, do you support Trump? Hello? Oh, dude, he's asleep. Oh, I just had an impulse to do something terrible. I won't do it. I won't do it. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Good liberal. I had to remember that I'm a good, peaceful, kind of liberal.
Dean! Oh my God!
Okay, well now it doesn't matter. I was gonna yell in the mic. I was gonna be like, wake up! But then, then we got this guy in the live stream screaming, so it doesn't even matter. Hey,
I love you, Dean.
Oh, hey, listen, I appreciate you for the love. That's incredibly kind of you. But we're only looking for Maga, so unfortunately, I gotta kick you. We're gonna move on to the next guest. Everyone, just give us a minute. What's up? Are you Maga?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I'm eating.
No worries. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay. What year are you born in?
2006.
And why the hell do you support Trump as Perez?
Well, all right. So before I start, I would like to just like ask you for advice for something because have you ever dealt with like super far like over?
I'm sorry, man. The tone of your voice, it's just not inviting. I'm going to move on. All right, guys, we're going to try one more time. And then honestly, after, if we don't get a debate with this next attempt, I actually think I know what we're going to do instead. Zoran Mamdani debate on YouTube. Is it live yet? When does Zoran do his debate? I'm pretty sure I'm in a group chat with his team. Let me just check. Like I told you, I've been trying to get Zoran on the live for like fucking ever. Hasn't been able to work yet, but oh man, I want him on. I want him on the live. Let's see. Debate is underway. Oh, it looks like it's already started. Hey, what's up? Do you support Trump?
Oh, yeah.
How do you?
I'm 19.
What year were you born in? Oh, wait.
2005.
You're 19? It says that you're 20 in your bio. I don't believe you. You're a fetus. Guys, do you want to like use like the last little bit of the stream to react to the Zoran Mamdani debate? Because like obviously we're not really having any luck. Of course. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. No, I agree. Hey, Catherine, I appreciate you for the $8 over on PayPal. That is very kind of you. Yes. Okay, we may just do it on YouTube. So if you want to come over, just go to the link in my
Accidents
bio. Yeah, we'll probably just do it all over on YouTube then end on TikTok for the day. No, not on YouTube. Okay, it looks like they're
to deal with those serious.
Yeah, okay, it looks like they are live. Yeah, the debate is underway. Yeah, this looks pretty great. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. I am going to go ahead and end the live on TikTok because I already know I'll get a flag on my account if I broadcast like the C-SPAN Mamdani debate on TikTok. They do that to me every time. They fuck me over. So unfortunately, because of TikTok terms of service, we can't do that on TikTok. But listen, guys, I would be ending the stream for the night. And instead, I'll just be spending some more time over on YouTube. So listen, for the 12.3 thousand people in here, if you want to continue to hang out with us, if you do want to come over, right, and react to Zoran Mamdani, Crazy Curtis, and then Cuomo, Forgettable Cuomo, we'll call him, head to the link tree in my bio, click on my YouTube, and you'll be able to hang out with us and watch it live. My YouTube handle is DeanWitHrs. So if you don't want to go through the link tree in my bio, you could also just go to YouTube, type that in, or just type in Dean Withers. You'll find me pretty easily. And yeah, we're going to be hanging out over there, maybe for like another 30 or so minutes, reacting to the Mamdani debate. I watched the first one when I was on a plane, and honestly, I enjoyed it. So we're going to do that again for like another 30 minutes here, and then we're going to get off. Love you all. I would actually highly recommend that you come over. Once again, link tree in the bio. See you there shortly. If you're already over on YouTube, you know it's good. And bye everyone on TikTok. Once again, that is Dean Withers on YouTube. Where I know we have like 10K people that are still in the TikTok stream. If we could get like 3K people even to head over to the YouTube, that'd be pretty sick.